Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and, well, it's time for another reveal. VILITCH the Curseling, surprise surprise, is the legendary lord for the Tzeentchian faction for the Warriors of Chaos. We have a little bit of lore here about him. The mouth-worn sorcerer twin known as VILITCH the Curseling is a living manifestation of Tzeentchia's twisted delight in anarchy. The great sorcerer fused the frail runt with their warrior brother, granting VILITCH both baleful abilities and control of their autonomous siblings' diabolic strength. Now, as they ruthlessly plot to further their own power, their enemies fear the disturbing creature known as the Twisted Twin. Now, there is a small trailer as expected, and we're going to see that, but we're going to first talk about the faction mechanics, because this sounds really fun, and I mean, he just looks freaking cool. I can't wait to play him. Alright, so we do have some information here, and we also know that a Let's Play is dropping tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to cover that, as I've been kind of busy with some family matters, so I do apologize if it's a little late. But the chaotic fusion of warrior and wizard makes VILITCH a force to be reckoned with upon the battlefields of the old world, as they are both a formidable melee and spellcasting lord of Tzeentch. So I know a lot of people actually wanted a character like this, and obviously VILITCH was the best option for this. I am gonna be quite curious to see how he does, because easily you can take him onto the front line, I'm sure of it. Anyways, their passive ability, the Twisted Twin, increasingly raises their spell mastery, melee defense, and melee attack the longer they're in close combat or casting spells. Whew, that's gonna be quite strong, isn't it? So yeah, even if you're just in the background casting, or if you're in front doing damage and casting, yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. I can't wait to see how the modifiers work. Like, is it going to be really strong, or is it just going to be a small upgrade? Either way, it still should be quite strong. Anyways, let's go on to the faction effects. So, vassals gain increased barrier hit points and spread Tzeentchian corruption. Yeah, all makes sense, so that's pretty cool. Has access to changing of the ways. Ooh, this is going to be quite fun, because we've seen it with Kairos. We know what we can get up to with this. Forces receive benefits from having high winds of magic. Okay, cool. Just like the whole Kairos thing, I think. Converts a portion of own battle casualties into souls. Okay, so as we know, you need to gain souls for the mechanics and all that type of stuff. This is for the whole narrative and for a few different mechanics in-game with the Warriors of Chaos rework. So Tzeentch is going to have a good time with that. And it has access to the Tzeentch teleport stance. Very useful. Very useful. Obviously, this depends on where he starts, but if you have to go through the mountains of Morn, Norska, or pretty much any place with a lot of mountains, say, for example, you want to invade Lustria for some reason, this is going to allow you to move around a bit, and it's going to be less of a slog. Anyways, now if we move on to the Lord effects, steals 15% of the experience earned by other lords, so he's going to level up pretty fast if you've got multiple armies, which we don't know how viable multiple armies will be. I'm hoping that they'll go into that when it comes to the Tzeentchian Let's Play for VILITCH. I think that might give us some info. Passive ability, the Twisted Twin, we've already talked about that. And finally, teleport stance usage costs minus 25% winds of magic for Lord's army. Okay, cool, yeah. This all works out pretty well, and obviously it makes sense for Tzeentchian Lords to be able to, you know, teleport and all that. So I'm pretty happy. This is a character I'm really curious to see. Like, obviously we've seen the trailer. You've probably seen the trailer before coming onto this video. He looks like he's got really cool animations. But that's a trailer. I just want to see him in-game, because I'm just really curious to see how they've done his rigging and all that. It's just one of those things which, I mean, he is a cool character, let's be honest, you know? So we're expecting some flash. Anyways, let's now look at a screenshot, because we get to see some Warriors of Chaos, of Tzeentch and all that, so yeah. And just for the people screaming, it's a Chosen, not a Warrior of Chaos. I'm using Warrior of Chaos as a generic faction term. Anyways, so we see VILITCH there giving a really cool pose. I can't wait to play him. Obviously, we've got the War Shrine in the back, which, like, it's the unit that I've been waiting for years, so yeah. And then we've got the Chosen units here, which look cool. You know, they've got the Tzeentchian mark on the top, and even on the forehead too. They've got a bit more of a distinction there. They've still got some undivided markings. I know some people are going to get pissed off at that, but keep in mind that the armor that they have is generally the ones that they had prior to getting God touched. So it's a slow process. it's just one of those things, and I think it looks really nice. They look really thematic. I think they look really cool with halberds. It's, for those of you who didn't know, on the tabletop, you could buy upgrade packs, and you could give them halberds, and they were very common to be used with the Tzeentchian Warriors of Chaos, because you had the extra ward save, so they were already pretty defendable, but now they could do a bit more damage. And it's just making me quite nostalgic. I really need to paint up my halberd Warriors of Chaos, to be honest. I really should. But these types of little things, the fact that all the Warriors of Chaos are getting their own, like, special dedicated weapon that we saw on the tabletop, it it just brings back memories, and good ones at that. Anyways, let's check out the trailer and then we'll talk about it, yeah? So of course the trailer didn't really show much because we've seen pretty much everything. The only thing different is we're seeing some more God Touched Warriors for Tzeentch this time, but it's pretty cool. It has a little bit of a horror effect. I think they're really going ham with these small trailers, and I think that's a really good thing because it does really get the hype up going. Like, I'm hyped to play Tzeentch, and generally I'm not a big fan of Tzeentch. Mind you, I did say that at the very beginning with Warhammer 3 with Skarbrand, and Skarbrand ended up becoming one of my favorite factions. Like, I'm serious, I play Skarbrand a lot. But the scene is definitely eye-catching. The whole thing about the Warriors of Nurgle getting closer and then VILITCH going, haha, just as planned. I mean, it's really Tzeentchian, and I really, really like that. I'm super hyped up. I am actually super, super hyped up. I'm still going to play Azazel first, because, I mean, you guys know me by now, but VILITCH could be a really fun campaign. Well, I wonder when we'll find out where he starts. I'm not sure if they give the faction reveal starting positions today or the same time as the Let's Play, but we're going to have to wait. What do you guys think about VILITCH? I know some people were thinking VIKRAM should have been first or some other character, but he's a timeless classic, and he was from the 8th edition army book, which made him really special. He's even got some interesting end times lore, which I know is weird to say, but actually the lore revolving around the twins is actually very Tzeentchian, let's just say that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of a discussion. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Just a little heads up, my release schedule is going to be a bit weird in the coming days. I've got some family matters to attend to, which I'm not going to disclose, but you know. But I will try my best to keep everything consistent and dropping at the same time. Just don't be alarmed if everything's just all over the place for a while. But yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you all again very, very soon, my friends.